And welcome to Hallway Field for women's lacrosse, Pioneer and Huron. Here on a nice sunny spring afternoon. We're just about to get underway. The ladies are set at midfield. The referee sets the ball in between their sticks. And we're underway. Possession picked up by Pioneer. Intercepted by Huron, brought back the other way. With it for Huron is number 15, Taylor Standiford. Standiford still with it. Heading to the top of the box. And we have a referee's whistle. 25-minute halves. Foul squared away. Huron with an early opportunity here. Standiford still with it. She loses control, and we have another whistle. So we reset. Standiford still with it. Surrounded by Pioneers. And a goal! Huron draws first blood, 1-0. Taylor Standiford with the goal for Huron. We head back to midfield for another face-off. And we're back underway. Ball on turf. Picked up by Pioneer. Right down the center of the field. Ball on the turf. Picked up by Huron. Back the other way. Huron still with it. Now pass into the center. And this is everybody picked up by Pioneer's goalkeeper. And sent back out. Well, Pioneer still with it at midfield. Now passing along the far side of the field, now cutting down the center. Pioneer with it. And we have another referee's whistle and a foul. Well, Pioneer sets up, pass into the middle. Pioneer setting up their offense on the outside of the box, and a shot on net, and a goal for Pioneer.
Pioneer goal, scored by number 7, Rachel Freeman.
Rachel Freeman with the goal for Pioneer, and we're knotted at 1.
By the concession stand, hot dogs, cold drinks, chips, candy, you name it.
Set back at midfield for the face-off. And back underway, picked up by Huron. And we have another whistle and a foul. Possession retained by Huron. Now picking up for Huron, Kate McCall. Now into the center, shot on net, and another goal for Huron. Huron strikes quickly, and they take the lead once again, 2-1.
Brianna Simpson.
And goal by Brianna Simpson for Huron. Redo the face-off. This time, foul on Pioneer, so it'll be Huron possession. Valerie Laird with it for Huron. Standiford with it. Standiford looking for a crease. Pioneer defense trying to keep her away from the goal. So there's a referee's whistle, and reset it with Standiford at the top of the box. And a skip shot. That sails wide of the net. Huron will retain possession. Check that, it's Pioneer's possession. Play down in the Huron zone. There's Pioneer with a shot. And another goal for Pioneer.
Number 7, Rachel Freeman with her second of the game.
Rachel Freeman with her second goal of the match. All tied up at 2, 19:52 to go in this first half. And Pioneer possession, they head back downfield. Pioneer looking to set up a shot on goal. They lose possession. They'll be picked up by Huron, and they'll head back downfield. Another referee's whistle. Therese DiDonato going for the ball. That'll be Pioneer's possession. On the far side of the field. Pioneer's ball, heading down the center of the field. And she loses possession, picked up by Huron. Standiford, and she goes down. Foul on the play. She gets right back up. And we'll reset. And we're back underway. Now pass over to Lauren Hone. She loses possession, picked up by Pioneer. Now retrieved by number 19, Elizabeth Diamante for Huron. And we have another whistle. We'll reset. Huron possession. Diamante over to Simpson. And intercepted by Pioneer, and they'll head back down the field. Now Rachel Bailey with it for Pioneer. Picked up by the goalkeeper for Huron. Victoria Terry in net for Huron. Now Pioneer possession. Pass to Stephanie Lang.
Good D there by Standiford to stop the attacker. That one over the head of number 5, Rachel Bailey.
It'll be River Rat possession. Intercepted by Pioneer. Rachel Freeman with it. Now pass right. Point blank shot. Misses the net. That'll be picked up by Huron and sent back out.
By the River Rat goalie, Terry.
Battling for possession of the ball. Picked up once again by Pioneer. There's another intercepted pass.
Again knocked down by Standiford.
And we have another referee's whistle. Standiford will start the play for Huron.
Should be about midfield.
Standiford still with it for Huron. Heading on net. Wide open shot and a goal for Taylor Standiford. And Huron takes the lead 3-2.
River Rat goal, scored by number 15.
14-19 to play in the first half.
Fans, you're so lucky. The concession stand is coming to you. See Tess Thompson out there. Molly
So
Thompson
both
out
teams
there.
alternating goals now with a 3-2 lead for Huron. Standiford has 2, Freeman has 2 for Pioneer, and Brianna Simpson has the third goal. Second of 3 for Huron. We're going to take a look at some of those goals.
Fans, that's a timeout. It's time for timeout trivia. Tonight's theme is the movie Billy Madison.
So here's the first Pioneer
According to
goal.
Billy, what
That
is
was
the
Rachel
best
Freeman
video
tying it up
game
at 1.
ever?
And then Huron made it 2-1.
Brianna
That was
Simpson on
Brianna
that
Simpson.
goal.
Once again was Rachel Freeman for Pioneer, tying it up at 2. And that last goal you just saw, again, Taylor Standiford. 3-2 lead for Huron. 14-19 left here in the first half. Timeout has been called.
We have a winner.
That is Pioneer coach Zachary Mays going over some strategy with his girls.
According to Billy Madison, the best video game ever, Donkey Kong.
And coach Marissa Lapetis doing the same with her team.
Our winner was Chris Biggs from Ann Arbor. Okay, we have time for one more. What was Principal Anderson's wrestling name?
So, Pete, is this first half playing out like you thought?
Well, it's a tight contest, Matt, and I think that's probably how most of these end up. You know, both these teams are pretty well ranked, and I think that we'll see a close contest all the way through.
Well, the latest lacrossepower.com rankings, we see Ann Arbor Huron is ranked 13th and Pioneer right behind them at 14th. So you would expect basically a back and forth contest like we've seen so far.
Revolting blob. So Chris is our winner again.
Now, teams are back on the field. The girls get set for the next face-off at midfield. And we're back underway. Picked up by Standiford. She passes to Molly Hannaford. Hannaford circling in behind the net. Tries to pass out front. Intercepted by Pioneer. Picked up by Stephanie Huang. Now into the center of the box. It's Rachel Bailey with it for Pioneer.
Molly Krikis was open on the left side.
Now we have a whistle. Pioneer will set up. Another scoring opportunity. There's the shot. And another goal for Pioneer.
Pioneer goal, scored by number 5, Rachel Bailey.
So that was Rachel Bailey tying it up at 3 for Pioneer. Her first goal of the game.
So we're set at midfield once again, and we're back underway. Picked up by Huron. Lauren Hone with it. Hone circling over to the far side of the field. Passes off to Hannaford. Now back to Standiford. And we have another whistle. So opportunity for Huron. Taylor Standiford with the ball. And we're underway. And she gets a shot off, but it sails wide of the net. It'll still be Huron's possession behind the net this time. back out front. Now possession circling behind the net. Now back to the center to Standiford. Standiford looking to pass. Huron still with possession, setting up back to Standiford. Trying to rush on net, stopped by the Pioneer defense there. We have a whistle.
That's a charge. That's a charge. Hey, that's good D, Pioneer. That's good D, Pioneer.
Now shot on net, save made. Picked up by Kelsey Thompson for Pioneer.
Big save by the
Standiford
Pioneer
battles
goalie,
away,
number 8.
battles it away.
Hart.
That's Laird on the left.
Huron still with it. Circling it behind the net. Now back out front, there's a shot.
Another save.
Another save made. And picked up by Pioneer, and they'll head back down the field.
Another fine save by Sergeant Hart.
Sophia Hart is in net for Pioneer, making all those nice saves.
Huron possession, top of the box. Or check that, it's Pioneer possession.
Victoria Terry is going to have to be on her toes for this one.
There's a skip shot and a goal for Pioneer.
Pioneer goal scored by number 8, Emily Gutman.
Emily Gutman with the goal for Pioneer. And they retake the lead 4-3. 9:51 to play here in the first half.
So that's Pioneer's first lead of the game and our first back-to-back goals by the same team.
Hope you're enjoying all the action here on City TV Sports. Women's lacrosse, obviously Pioneer and Huron from Hallway Field. Hope you're enjoying all the action. And we get reset at midfield for the face-off.
River Rats called for a violation on the face-off. That was number 14, Valerie Laird.
Will be Pioneer possession. Bailey heading down the field for Pioneer. Bailey looking to pass. Ball's on the ground. And picked up by Pioneer once again, and we have another whistle.
Taken away by Pioneer. Passed over to Thompson. Scooped up by Bailey. Thompson comes away with it.
Thompson cutting in on net. Now passes it behind the net. Another
And
shot.
another goal.
And another goal for Pioneer.
That was number 20, Amanda Murrah. 5-3 now for Pioneer.
Pioneer goal scored by number 20, Amanda Moreau. With the assist to Emily Gutman.
Possession picked up by Pioneer, heading down the field for Pioneer. And there's another shot on net, another goal for Pioneer, and they take a 6-3 lead.
Pioneer goal number 3,
Grace Wilson for the goal, with the goal for Pioneer.
So that scored just 13 seconds after the Moreau goal. Grace Wilson pretty much taking it from midfield right to the net. 4 straight goals now for Pioneer. Coming in the span of less than 5 minutes.
Battling for possession of the ball, picked up by Huron. Kate McCall with it for Huron. McCall still with it. Just tries to cut on net. She'll head behind the net. Looking for someone to pass out front to. McCall being heavily defended back there by Pioneer. There's a pass out front. That skips away. And picked up by Grace Wilson for Pioneer, and she'll head back downfield.
Here's Emily Gutman. Tries the underhand shot. Knocked down by the Riverette defense. Pioneer will retain possession.
Pioneer with it in behind the Riverette net.
Another
And we have
goal
a
by number 3.
That's Grace Wilson for Pioneer. And now Pioneer with a little home cooking, taking a 4-goal advantage, 7-3.
To Grace Wilson for the
7:12 left to play here in the first half.
So Grace Wilson now has a back-to-back goals for Pioneer. 5 straight now for the Pioneers.
Now Huron better stop the bleeding sooner. This is going to be a runaway. These two closely rated teams, you would be surprised by that, but Pioneer taking advantage and getting the goals. Now Pioneer with it again, heading back downfield, right on net. And that shot into the
Whistle
net, but
there.
no goal. We have a
Right.
whistle before the play. Shot on net, save made.
great save by the Riverette goalie.
And Huron will take over. It's Taylor Standiford with it for Huron. She's surrounded by Pioneers. And we have a referee's whistle. Standiford with the long pass that misses everybody. Now fighting for possession. Picked up by Hone. As she loses possession and back down the field for Pioneer. It's Grace Wilson. And there's another shot and another save made. Terry with another save for Huron. Now back at it for Pioneer. Cameron Noonan passes back out top. Now Noonan scoops it up. Now pass behind the net. Now pass out front, intercepted by Huron. Now ball on the turf. Pioneer doing a good job controlling the play, scooping up all the loose balls, keeping the play down into the offensive end. There's another shot and another goal for Pioneer.
Pioneer goal number 3,
Grace Wilson with the natural hat trick, 3 in a row. 8-3 now, Pioneer. 4:45 left in the first half.
Unfortunately, man, I don't see any hats hitting the field.
I see you wearing one, Pete. Chuck that out there.
This was a gift. I can't.
Give Grace her due.
Pioneer now with an 8-3 advantage, 4:45 to play in the first half. I'm almost surprised Huron hasn't called a timeout here, Matt.
Yeah, we saw a great contest for the first basically 15 minutes, and now it's a Pioneer runaway from a team that should be ranked right around them. That was almost a one-timer. That was number 1 Stephanie Lang just trying to bat it in.
Now Pioneer still with it. There's a skip shot. That sails wide of the net. Still controlled by Pioneer. There's a shot and a save made. Jessie Heber picks up a yellow card, and she heads off the field.
This may be just the break Huron needs before the half. 3:50 to go. Get a couple quick scores here and get back into this one.
Another referee's whistle. The play is stopped. Pioneer possession. And it looks like we have a timeout on the field. And the teams will come to the sidelines for some instruction.
The theme today is Billy Madison. What did Billy draw in the first grade? We have a winner. It was a blue duck.
All right, we're going to take a look at that 8th goal for Pioneer and 3rd goal for Grace Wilson. Just skates right in there. Overhead shot, puts it past the goalie. And we see a 8-3 Pioneer lead.
We'll switch it. We'll go to what town was Taylor Swift born in?
There's a look at the Hardy faithful on hand for this match.
Break out the Blackberries.
Nice and bright, sunny, early evening here at Hallway Field. It's a little cool. Temperatures in the high 50s, low 60s. 3:16 to play here in the first half. Teams head back out on the field. Pick it up where we left off. Possession over on the far side of the field. It'll be Pioneer ball once again down the far side of the field. Now pass next to the net, now in behind the net. Pioneer patient, taking their time.
Here comes
They lose possession. Picked up by Huron. Now Huron back down the field. Now shot on net. Tipped away. And picked up by the goalkeeper. Huron trying to get possession back.
Right back to it. You got it right back. We can take that draw. Pass the body.
This is Jasmine Wisely bringing up the right side.
Wisely still with it.
Just running
crosses
through the
midfield.
Huron defenders.
She loses possession. Picked up by Standiford. Standiford back down the field. And a shot and a goal. Taylor Standiford with the goal for Huron. That'll make it an 8-4 match. 1:42 left to play in the first half.
Her third of the game.
And we'll take a look at that goal on the replay. Standiford picking it up at midfield and taking it all the way. There's a shot on net and a goal for Taylor Standiford, her third of the match. Now back in midfield. Face-off picked up by Pioneer. Kelsey Thompson with it for the Pioneers. Thompson still with it, and she heads in behind the Huron net. Pioneer looking to set up their offense. Pioneer taking their time, passing it back and forth behind the net. Now circling in front of the net, and we have another whistle. Under a minute to play. Referees get things squared away.
Grace couldn't handle that pass.
Now back in behind the net once again, circling out front. There's a shot. That one sails wide of the net. 30 seconds to play. Now Wilson circling. Clock stopped with 21 seconds to play in the first half. Wilson with the shot. Save made. by Huron. There's 5 seconds left. Trying to get one last shot before the buzzer. Shot, save made, and that's it. Time runs out on the first half. And it's Pioneer with the 8-4 advantage heading into halftime. We'll be back with second half action after this quick break.
PEG TV. Public, education, and government television programs reflect the specific interests and diversity of local communities. You've probably watched it without really knowing what it is or how it benefits you directly. Each community has its own personality, its own style, its own priorities, its own obstacles and needs. And one thing each community has in common is not just the need for its own voice, but access to the means to express it. PEG TV provides that. PEG TV channels are non-commercial and combined nationally deliver more original, locally made shows than all commercial television stations combined. PEG TV delivers entertaining, informational programs for everyone: seniors, youth, parents, educators, consumers, and in some areas delivers multilingual programming for ethnic communities. PEG TV also provides vital election coverage, public safety, and emergency information specific to where you live. Standard programming often includes council and commission meetings, public service announcements, and informational bulletin boards. Special interest programming often includes local festivals, parades, concerts, talk shows, magazine-style shows, and other programs unique to your village, your township, your city, and your neighborhood, which are often overlooked by commercial media programming. In many communities, PEG TV provides the only coverage of local government. Without PEG, it can be difficult for citizens to stay informed about local government issues and events. Your community has a voice, and that voice is speaking to your subdivision, your streets, your senior citizens, your property, and your family's safety, and it's speaking to you. Please learn more about this valuable resource. Tune in to your local PEG channels, then give the following websites a visit. Remember, we are your voice. PEG TV, public education and government television. Your voice, your community, your PEG.
Be a part of creating television for your community. Come on into the Community Television Network, CTN, where we offer free services like production training, facilities, and airtime to Ann Arbor residents and nonprofit groups. CTN, where Ann Arbor is on TV.
And we're back with second half action as the Pioneer women's lacrosse team takes on crosstown rival Pioneer. I'm Matt Liston alongside Pete Poirier, and right now we're looking at an 8-4 game. Pioneer on top of Huron. They traded goals early on until a 3-3 tie game, and then that's when Pioneer rattled off 6 straight and found themselves up 8-4 by the time we got to halftime.
And referee's whistle on the field. It'll be Huron possession. we're back underway.
Here comes one of the, here comes
Standiford passes to DeMonte. Play in front of the net, ball on the turf. Huron trying to set up offense, picked up by Standiford. She circles with it. Now Standiford cutting on net. Gets the shot off, that sails over top of the net.
Fans, the concession
Huron will retain possession. Well, ball right in front of the net there. Just laid there for a couple of seconds before being picked up by the Pioneer goalkeeper.
save there by Sophia Grace.
So after the whistle, it will be started by Standiford. She hands it off to DeMonte. DeMonte with it. Now passing behind the net. To Zarecki. Now ball on the ground. Team's fighting for possession. Scooped up by Huron.
Taken away by DiDonato.
Now Standiford trying to pick it up. She does. Heads on net. And a shot. Save made. And we have another referee's whistle.
Standing for one of the lone bright spots for the River Rat first half. She had 3 of their 4 goals, including the first 2 and the last one.
Now play all the way back down into the Huron end. Now pass out top to Freeman. Freeman cutting on net. Can't get a clean shot off. Ball's on the turf. And Pioneer will set up behind the Huron net. Now quick pass out front. Shot. And a goal.
Pioneer goal, number 3, Grace Wilson from Chelsea.
Grace Wilson with the goal for Pioneer, and they take a 9-4 advantage.
So that's 4 straight goals for Grace Wilson for her Pioneer team.
If 3's a hat trick, Matt, what is 4?
Sombrero, golden sombrero.
And we have another stoppage in play after the face-off. The referee's checking to see if Standiford's okay. And we're back underway. Pass too far. DiDonato trying to break it out of her own zone. Stymied by the Pioneers. She'll keep possession. Pass is intercepted. Freeman with it for Pioneer. No, that pass too far. down
crash
the
into
turf.
the turf. Goes Bailey for Pioneer and home for the River Rats. Bailey will take possession.
Pass over to Thompson. Thompson looking to cut on net. Now passes behind the net. Now Thompson back with it. Pass out front. And another goal for Pioneer.
Pioneer goal scored by number 10, Molly Krikis.
Molly Krikis puts the Pioneers into the double-digit category. 10-4. That goal coming with 19:45 left in the first half. Second half, excuse me.
So back to midfield for the face-off. Tight contest to start, and then Pioneer took control, and they have not relinquished their control, as evidenced by the 10-4 lead. Now Pioneer back on offense. Pioneer will set up.
Saved by Victoria Terry.
Here's a circling shot that sails wide of the net. So Huron will try to break it out and head downfield. So we'll reset. Picked up by Pioneer. Thompson with it for Pioneer. In front of the net. And intercepted by Huron. Well, picked up by Pioneer. And Freeman with the shot and the goal.
Pioneer goal scored by number 7, her third of the contest, Rachel Freeman.
Rachel Freeman with Pioneer's 11th goal of the match. That goal coming at 17:33 left to play in the second half. And once again, possession picked up by Pioneer. They're really controlling the game. Now scooped up by Huron. It's Standiford with it. Standiford, the lone bright spot for these River Rats. Standiford still with it. He gets a shot off. And a goal for Huron. Taylor Standiford notches Huron's 5th goal of the match.
Taylor Standiford.
Standiford with 4 out of the 5 Huron goals. And we'll take a look at that goal on the replay. There's Standiford all alone, cutting on net. And gets the ball past the goalkeeper for her 4th goal of the match.
Taylor Stanford now also with the golden sombrero, Pete.
Now ball picked up by Pioneer. Kelsey Thompson with it for Pioneer. Now play in behind the net. Pioneer once again setting up its offense. Now circling in front of the net, skip shot. It sails wide of the net, and we have another whistle.
White, stay full side.
And it'll be here on possession.
Get them to it, Al. Get them to the ball.
Huron over in the Pioneer half of the end of field. There's a shot. That's over the net. Shot by Hannaford. Now picked up by Pioneer. Grace Wilson still with it for Pioneer. Ball on the turf in front of the net. Picked up by Huron. Mackenzie Barber with it for Huron. She loses possession. Picked up by Stephanie Huang. And possession once again intercepted by Huron. And we have another referee's whistle. Cutting in behind the Pioneer net, Kate McCall for Huron. McCall passes off to Simpson. Simpson looking for someone out in front of the net. She gets it to Hone. Now Simpson over to Staniford. Staniford cutting on net. She loses possession momentarily, picks it back up. That pass too far, but Staniford will go back for it. Staniford cutting on net. And we have another whistle. Skip shot along the surface of the turf, and that skips in for another goal.
River at goal, her 5th of the game. Taylor Staniford.
And Taylor Staniford once again for Huron.
No shock there, Pete.
You're gonna have to come up one for 5 goals in one match.
Give me a second.
Platinum sombrero. $13:19 left to play here in the match. It's Pioneer 11 and Huron 6. And we're back underway. shot. And a goal for Huron.
Huron goal scored by number 20, Kelsey Gradwell.
Kelsey Gradwell scored that for Huron. 11-7 now. Just 20 seconds after the Standerford goal.
That 3 straight for Huron there, Matt?
3 straight, Pete.
Oh, Huron tightening up this match. 11-7 now. Play down in the Huron zone. Another referee's whistle on the foul. Wilson starting the play for Pioneer. Wilson with a shot, that sails wide of the net. Now behind the net, Pioneer still with it. Well, cutting in on goal. Freeman fails to get the shot off. And Freeman with the shot. And tipped away by the goalkeeper. No, Wilson with another opportunity for Pioneer. Shot and a goal for Pioneer.
Pioneer goal, number 3, Grace Wilson.
Grace Wilson with the goal for Pioneer. They come right back and score their 12th goal, 12-7. Pioneer with the lead.
Ties her now with Taylor. Standerford for 5 in the game. Who's going to get to the double hat trick first, Pete?
We'll see. It seems to key in on just a couple of players in this match. Ball out of bounds, stoppage play. Pioneer possession. A long pass. Picked up by Pioneer. That shot sails wide. Pioneer still with possession. A tip pass picked up by Huron. Nice steal there by Stephanie Lang. Bailey will start to play.
Settle, be patient.
Now playing behind the net. Thompson with it. Thompson cuts in front of the net. Gets the shot off. Save made. Picked up by Huron, and they'll bring it out. Mackenzie Barber with it.
Another fine save by the River Echo.
It's Molly Hannaford.
Pass to Hannaford. Hannaford still with it. Picked up by McCall. And intercepted by Freeman. Long pass.
Scooped up by DiDonato.
Steal here by Thompson. She loses it. Taylor Staniford with the ball. Cuts in on net.
Double
And
hat
another
trick.
goal for Taylor Staniford. 6
River
goals.
Echo, number 15, Taylor.
That makes it Pioneer
Staniford.
12 and Huron 8. 7:37 to go here in the match. We'll take a look at Staniford's 6th goal of the match here. Once again, cutting in right on net. And the bounce shot past the goalkeeper. So should 2 hats be thrown now?
Absolutely.
Little play carried by Hannaford. Hannaford over to Barber. Ball on the turf. Picked up by, guess who? Taylor Staniford. She can't get a shot off this time. And Thompson will break it down the field for Pioneer. Over midfield. Wisely with it for Pioneer. Pioneer will set up. Pass out front. Trying to get it to Thompson.
Hey,
And we have a whistle on the play.
go after it. Don't just stare at it, right?
Oh, skip shot and a goal. Kelsey Thompson for Pioneer.
Pioneer goal. Scored by number 11.
Make a Pioneer
senior
13 in here on
co-captain,
8. 6:07 to play.
Thompson.
That's Kelsey Thompson's first goal of the game. And then as the sun sets on the Ann Arbor skyline, so does the opportunity for Huron. I'm pretty sure that's the end of the game.
Calling all already with 6:07 to play, Matt, eh?
Well, that's a 5-goal
goody.
lead. Unless Staniford's twin sister comes out here, I think this is it for Huron.
Face off being fought for. Ball still on the turf. possession. Gradwall with it. Pass out front. And smothered by the goalkeeper.
Stellar save by Sophie Hart for the final.
Pioneer will head back downfield. Pass over the head of Freeman. And 5 minutes left to play in the match. Scooped up by Wisely. Wisely tries to get it to Bailey. Now picked up by Allison Boris. And intercepted by Huron. Couple of good passes down the field, gets it to Standiford. Standiford pulls up, looks to set up the Huron offense. Pass bobbled by Barber, but she picks it up. Now Hone with it. And another referee's whistle. Now Pioneer with control again. Long pass misses. Grace Wilson can't corral it. Now she picks it up again. Grace Wilson cutting on net. Shot and a goal. No goal.
I think it hit the side of the net. Grace Wilson steals the pass. She really wants that double hat trick.
And a goal. Grace Wilson with the goal.
That was Stephanie Lang, number 1. The assist goes to Grace Wilson.
Stephanie Lang.
It's Pioneer's 14th goal of the match. 2:48 to play. Now I think you're right.
Pete, am I ever
6-goal
wrong?
lead for the Pioneers. Hope you're enjoying all the action here on City TV Sports. Pioneer and Huron Women's Lacrosse from Hallway Field. And we're back underway. Another quick whistle. Standiford with it.
Ball knocked loose by Grace Wilson, who has hurt herself.
Looks like she might have twisted an ankle. She's coming off the field. A little bit of a limp. I think she'll be all right. Standiford with it for Huron. Looking to cut on net. There's a shot. That sails wide. Now Huron. That shot sails wide of the net.
Down to 2 minutes left here in the game.
Huron circling, trying to get a shot on net. One sails wide. Picked up by Thompson for Pioneer. Now intercepted by Huron. Another shot tipped away by the goalkeeper. Another one sailing wide of the net. Huron putting on the pressure here late. Unfortunately, he's going to be a little too late. Under a minute to play. Thompson with it for Pioneer. Heads downfield into the Huron zone. That pass too far. The Huron ball. 35 seconds to go. Fighting for possession, picked up by number 5, Rachel Bailey for Pioneer. Bailey behind the net. Just 10 seconds left.
Move it quickly. Pass the ball.
Pioneer will run out the clock and behind the Huron net.
Move it with the pass.
And that'll do it, and Pioneer will come away with the 14-8 victory here from Hallway Field.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
You want to recap the scoring?
today's contest. Let's go
I will do a fraction of the 22 goals we saw today. We'll give the number 1 star to Grace Wilson. She only had 5 goals for Pioneer, but her team won. Taylor Standiford had a hat trick in each half for Huron. She had 6 of the 8 River Rat goals, and a couple Pioneers had 2. Rachel Freeman had 2, and Rachel Bailey had 2. And that's your scoring recap of a 14-8 Huron Pioneer women's lacrosse game.
Thank you, Matt. I'd like to thank all the people that make this production possible. Our director, Greg McDonald. Audio and CG by Dana Denha. Replay by Rob Cross. Our camera people, Tim Nagai, John Dennis, and Nick McCauley. And for Matt Liston, this is Pete Poyer once again from Hallway Field, the final. Pioneer 14 and Huron 8.